We the da oh polite.
Remind me, we'll talk about my life after the podcast.
I called in that bit by accident. We've had the befores and the afters this time, Daniel, haven't we?
Well, we'll have the afters after.
In order to get to the afters, I guess we have to do the podcast. Let's get started.
Yes. Hello, we're the Bitches with Beards, and we love discussing all things culture.
On this podcast, we chat our top 3 cultural moments of the week.
It's our Cultural Threeway. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Max, and we saw you from across the bar.
And we really like your vibe.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I have to, in my continued love, we have Crackles today.
Yeah.
Lover Daniel. Remember Lover Daniel?
Oh, yes. Lover Daniel.
He's enjoying the new format as well.
So, I have a shout out from a friend of the podcast, Maddie. She's in love with the format as well.
Everyone's loving the new format.
I think, I'm like, yeah, I was just like, we had to do something shorter.
Now, I know that we are trying to stick to 3 and 3s, but a little bit of side culture came in the form of Dwayne.
Oh, of Dwayne.
Our
yes.
lovely Staffordshire Terrier, in that he was a bit silly the other day, and I put a little video up online.
Oh, you did, yes.
And he's just on his back squirming. He's on his new meds, and he seems to be a bit more energetic, which is lovely.
I was gonna say he's more spry.
He's more spry. So spry, he's yet again fucked off into the other room.
He just doesn't like us recording.
I wonder if it's the frequency of something.
I was saying that last week before we recorded, and I really do think it must be something with that. But here's the thing. I don't know why it's changed all of a sudden, because before he
So
was
if anyone
set.
knows this, if any of our listeners want to kind of maybe explain why, we can be found on Bitches with Beards or Bearded Bitch Pod on all social medias. Find me, I'm Max Sycamore as well, and explain. But no, I put this video up, and I put it on the old TikTok, and someone said, and when I say someone, random person found the video, because everyone likes a Staffy.
That's true.
I really like his sweater, and I said, oh, thank you. The Hub's got it in an end of holiday clearance at CVS Pharmacy. And at CVS Pharmacy responded and went, well, isn't he looking perfectly handsome in it? And then sent another photo, and they liked it. So Dwayne Bug has made CVS culture this week. And we all can agree, if Target being DEI pieces of shit, CVS culture is where it's at.
Oh, it's true.
And on that note, Daniel, how was your week in your CVS sweater?
In my CVS sweater that I am not wearing. My week, I'm going to save one thing for my 3 moments of culture. The lemmings were lemmings this week. I'm not going to go into details because there were multiple incidents. But let me tell you, one of them I had to build up to send an email over the course of 3 days. I was just like, there is a very important museum that has reached out to work. They're going to use one of our objects in a display. Yeah. And this has been a process that's been going on for 5 years. So I inherited this. And we've had a little change in plans, and everything's going smoothly. And there's a piece of paperwork that they have to sign. Simple piece of paperwork. Yep. Had a meeting with the lemming on Thursday. I was like, hey, send this to them immediately so that they know that we've talked about the change of plans. We just have to formalize it with this piece of paperwork. Send it immediately. Okay, sure, I'll do it. Friday rolls around, no email is sent. Monday rolls around, no email is sent. Tuesday morning, I'm like, lemming, where is it? Where is this email? I've gone over the exact language that you need for this. All you have to do is press send. I'm just afraid that it might be the wrong thing and they won't understand what's going on. And I'm like, using the language I gave you, send that email. So I was doing cheers and giving deadlines of like, it's 11:30 in the morning. If it's not sent by noon, I am writing you up.
Fuck. Well, you messaged me about one of them.
Yes.
And said something, and then explained the situation. And then I got back to you and said, is this happening? Was this decision made because of this reasoning? And you went, yes. And I then did slow blink gif of really.
Yeah.
I was really quite shocked. I was genuinely quite shocked about that. Not in a, oh my God, gagged and gooped. throwback to the previous podcast.
Right.
I was legitimately like, I cannot believe you're working with this. I felt very bad for you at that point, if that's the reasoning you're working with on that.
Oh, yeah. I've come up with a plan of how to deal with that one. So we'll talk about that post-podcast. That's a post-conversation. Post-podcast. Anyways, how was your week?
It was, I mean, we're still not running, so I'm still doing my chair workouts.
I was going to say, please don't run.
I think next week we're going to try and get me at least out for a loop on Monday. I was a bit broken in the week. I just was very run down. I don't like getting ill, and I say that legitimately because I'm going to call people out on their bullshit. Some people really love being ill. I don't. And so I kind of went to ground a little bit, and the hubs was really cool and just like, yeah, that's fine, you know. And so I managed to avoid anything nasty. So I feel finally like back to like 99% at the moment. But
that's good.
Yeah. No, I had some work stuff. I was trying to approach work a bit differently this week. I am really settling into the consultancy, but moving between projects can be a bit of a mind fuck, and you know, so making sure that I do it like, do I want to do like 5 half days or 1 half 2 fulls on certain things, you know?
I mean, because you've got to change the mental mindset.
And there's some good things I think are happening, are going to come, and Hubs has had some good stuff happening this week as well. But no, it was just generally a bit more focused, a bit quieter, plenty of reading.
Good.
But no, yeah, just I mean, I think we're just kind of like the snow in the city's been poorly handled, and I think we're all just over it and wanting to get like the year started again.
Well, speaking of being over snow, I booked a vacation, so there we go.
Good for you. We'll have to find out more about that.
Yes, later in the year.
Well, that was our weeks, but I think it's time to move over to the foreplay.
So my foreplay, my 3 cultural moments for the week. I had, cooking-wise, I made a lot of Tex-Mex this week.
Delicious.
Vegan Tex-Mex. It was very good, very good. A lot of beans were used. We'll put it that way, and a lot of.
I can smell it from here.
Yes, but also a lot of the vegan chicken was used as well. Made wonderful fajitas if you want an alternative. Let's see. I revisited a hobby of mine. I did a lot of pen and ink figure sketches this week of like figures, like
lovely
people. So, anyways, it was very nice to do that again. I haven't done that in a few years. And my last little bit of culture for the week was last night. I went to a hockey game. I was like, Daniel. So my friend Kelsey, who we have been friends since the 2nd grade, was in town for her birthday with a group of her friends from undergrad. And they always go see this one particular hockey team play. They were playing here in DC, and she's like, I'm here. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And so we chatted for about 3 hours over a hockey game. It was wonderful. Yep. It was also Star Wars night, and it was Star Wars in name. It wasn't really like Star Wars.
Was it similar to, because we went to Thingy together, the Nats do Star Wars.
Yeah, it was a lot of, I hate saying this, a lot of pudgy men dressed as Jedis for like photo opportunities. And I'm like, I think this is a little bit creepy. No, thank you. Anyways, what were your 3 cultural events for the week? My food culture this week was kolache. We were looking for ways to finally finish off all the mince pies mixture, and our friend Mark suggested I try kolache. He makes it for his Christmas, and so I have fun. Enjoy. I'm watching a movie tonight, so I'll let you know, babe, when the last 20 minutes are going to be, so you can come in at the last 10 and talk loudly. I'm joking. I love you. So this week I made kolache. It is a rolled bread. Our friend Mark suggested it would be an interesting way to use up the leftover mincemeat. Oh yeah, because you would just put it on there and roll it spread up. Yeah. So actually, it was very tasty. You roll it incredibly thin, and then I was like, rolled it, and I was like, okay, this is fucked. And then I sent you the cross section of it. I was like, fuck me, did that? It did it perfectly. But it did it more than that amount of dough. Yeah, it was like, wow. Yeah, it spread a little bit more than it should. So I definitely would do that again. I'm thinking a PB&J one. Oh, I could get behind that. I could see it as Clutchy Week, a bread week on Bake Off. Let Nigella know.
Anyway, my next culture music is Meek, song Fabulous. I sent you. It's really good.
Yes,
just type in
so
Meek, Meek, Fabulous. I'm just go God. It takes me very back to the early days of MySpace and Mika.
So I like her because she's very camp. She's sort of a cross between like Beth Dido and
Gossip.
She's giving off that vibe, but she's also a little bit of the Chapel Roan. She's sort of an in-between hybrid, but like I love that.
We laugh a bit about MySpace, but MySpace culture was big because in music it threw out Dragonette, Sam Sparrow, all huge artists.
Yeah.
Anyway. And my final culture really was Get Help, the movie of Rachel Adams. I love Sam Raimi. It was a very good film. The trailer goes, "You won't believe the end. Don't spoil it."
You believe the end.
I believe the end. I believe the end. I'm sorry. It was really good, and it was actually a lot more nuanced in places than you felt. But I definitely believe the end.
You're like, I saw this coming.
That was culture for us, but we want to make sure that you're taken care of.
So now we ask the question, who's your top, who's your bottom, and who's your lucky Pierre?
And the question is, Daniel, who's your top, who is your bottom, and who is, wait for it, your lucky Pierre?
There we go. All right, so my bottom of the week is that Grindr has announced that with the Winter Olympics, which are opening tonight as we record, that as of for the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan Cortina, Italy, Grindr has implemented a policy setting to protect LGBTQ plus athletes, disabling location-based services. They're also introducing disappearing messages, and they're also introducing screenshot blocking, so people can't take a photo of an athlete on there being like, "Oh, you're not out. I'm now going to blackmail you for it." They can't do that.
Screenshot blocking has been on one of them for a while, I do believe.
I feel like Scruff is...
Yes, Scruff had screenshot blocking.
Yes, so now it's going to be on Grindr as well, or they're at least testing it out. So they're citing safety for athletes and preventing outings, or possibly even something worse, as I was saying. So anyways, that was my bottom for the week. My top for the week is congrats go out to Bad Bunny as he made history at the Grammys this past weekend, where his album Debí Tirar Más Fotos won Album of the Year. It is the first Spanish-speaking album to win this honor, and it is a love letter to Puerto Rico, and he's about to perform in this week's Super Bowl, so he is having a big week. Very big week. You're late, darling, for my lucky Pierre.
I'm excited for this one. This could have turned into a bit of a fight over who got this one.
But I said we're going to have it as a conversation.
Yes.
So, in addition to the Grammys on Sunday night, something else dropped on Sunday night. It was the first full-length trailer for The Devil Wears Prada 2. Back is Meryl, back is Tucci, back is Anne Hathaway, back is Emily Blunt as their respective roles. The plot is unknown at this point, but from the images we see a lot of what seems to be Milan and Lake Como and the Milan Fashion Week. It is giving a lot of nostalgia, and there has been commentary on two aspects of the trailer so far this week. Do you have any guesses what that commentary has been?
I heard one.
Okay.
And that is, it's so stupid. I really can't. Wait, what's Meryl Streep's character's name again? Why am I mind
Miranda
blank?
Priestley.
Why is my head? My head's going through the blank.
But that's appropriate.
I would say, oh my god, I think I have another seizure, but that would literally, my husband.
It
would set off the alarm. Does Miranda Priestley have dementia?
Right.
Because she doesn't remember. Was it Andrea? And the question really, someone sums it up beautifully of a tweet, and I don't know how to word this. Yo, have you even seen the first film?
Right. I mean, the point is, so Meryl Streep's character is reintroduced to Andy, and she's like, "Who is this?" And Stanley Tucci is like, "This is, Andy. This is Andrea. She was one of the Emilys. One of the who was, Miranda." And the thing is, it makes total sense. It makes absolute total sense that Miranda would act like this, because she's based off of Anna Wintour, who had the exact same reaction to the individual that wrote The Devil Wears Prada originally. She's like, who is this person that says that they were my assistant?
Especially because the implication was that Lauren Weisberger wasn't at the level in which she implied she was in the book.
Right.
So, I have two vibe and theories off this one.
Okay.
Right. Well, one is, let's get out of the way. She's not. It's not a dementia story.
No, it is not a dementia story.
I think that we are going to. I mean, we did see an amazing. I always think that amazing scene where they walk into the room and Miranda's not got any makeup on and she's discussing the tabling. I love it. Who Donatella's upset again? I love that line. And that her husband is going to divorce her, and that she has that brief moment, doesn't she? And she goes, "I'm just worried about my babies, my girls. It's not fair on them. The dragon lady's scared off another father figure."
Yeah,
very sad, that one. And you did that, and you saw this brief glimpse, and that was always...
It's a little bit of humanity.
And there was actually another... Have you ever watched deleted scenes?
Yes, where she says the thank you silently.
Yeah, and for those that don't know, obviously we're a bit more advanced, my knowledge of that, is that there's a scene where her then husband, is very drunk at a party and Andy moves him on.
Yeah.
So, but in the book, so I'm going to move quickly because Daniel only has 10 minutes on this one, is that the book Revenge Wears Prada, in that one, the scenario is that Andy and Emily have met again post their work at Runway, and they are forming a bridal magazine. They do it using Miranda's name. They say, we work for Miranda, she knows this. They get all these clients to get this high-level bridal magazine going, and then the company that oversees Runway wants to buy them up, and they have to work again with Miranda. Now the question is, the whole way through it, is does Miranda know who they are?
Right.
She seems to not know, and therefore not know that they've been using her name at the start of their careers behind her back, and that's the whole thing. That's the tension with that. So yes, that element of her not knowing this is very on point. I don't think they're going to go that route with this one.
No, it feels like it's more of Andy is going back to Runway to
have a proper job.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to let you say something, but I have a theory as to something that we might get. And if you don't want... It's not a spoiler. It's nothing I've read. So maybe want to jump ahead a minute if you were worried that this could give anything away. He said she's one of the Emilys. Now, I don't think Emily Charleston, I think her name was. Maybe was that big. She was a very good assistant, but a very generic assistant.
Yes.
Is it going to be revealed in this that Emily isn't her name? And Hubs had the same reaction. And then she adopted it because she was introduced so many times as Emily.
Yeah.
That in order to move professionally on and retain that, she had to stick with the name
Emily.
Yeah.
Really, her name's Maria.
Yeah.
Or Kate from Bushwick or something.
That's my theory.
Oh, that would be... Yeah. I like that.
So how are you feeling about this trailer?
I mean, I feel warm. I feel very fuzzy about it. I feel like it's a good dip back into the nostalgia. I think that... my other thing that's been brought up a lot is people are complaining about the color palette, actually.
I saw that one.
They're like, oh, it's, millennial gray has killed the color palette. And part of it is The Office in the original was very white, very bright, like almost jarring to the eyes looking at it back now. And it's much more muted. And I'm sort of offering this as maybe we're seeing this through Andy's eyes if she has matured.
Yeah.
From, the time whenever she was there and she was bright-eyed and had no clue what was going on and was sort of a deer in a headlight in the first film, she's now coming into her own in this one, I think, is what we're seeing with this color palette. But there's been so many critiques that millennials are ruining the movies now, and I'm like, no, we're not ruining the movies.
Because,
taste change in colors. Like, this is just, it's setting it in this world.
I also think that, as far as I was aware, that one of the storylines in this was going to be slightly that, like, Runway was struggling.
Yes.
I know Vogue struggles, but I think Vogue is its own brand.
Yeah.
Is that Runway is struggling, print is struggling, and I feel that a lot of it is going to be... Because I looked on the cast list, Herb Rabbits is going to be in it, the guy that played the original. So they're still going to bring in he was Miranda's boss.
Yeah.
And I have an odd feeling a lot of this is going to build in that Miranda's hands are tied in that they need to do stuff, and she's got to do stuff to elevate Runway.
Yeah.
And they said Mode as well. Oh my God, it's all of them.
Yeah.
But that was it. And But at the same time, this is a very different. She's not quite the person.
Yeah, she's not quite the dragon lady she was in the first one.
But let's also remember that, Anna Wintour has gone through an incredible character shift in the last few years.
Yeah.
Mainly because of Harper Beckham, when there was the photos of her smiling at Harper at the runway. And actually, even though she was known still as Nuclear Winter, that actually she took on a slightly more softer human approach to various things, played along, and whether or not she had to laugh at herself after The Devil Wears Prada, though there was some vicious rumours that she was going to blacklist any design that worked with the movie, and then she turned around and went, "No, I like this movie promotes fashion. I'm always going to be there for the promotion of fashion."
Right. Now, a few other things that we're seeing in the trailer is that we had the iconic. I think they're doing a riff off of the Met Gala. That was literally the opening scene that we saw in the trailer. I mean, Meryl's in this wonderful red number that is giving the over-the-top opulence. However, it's not the Met Gala. But the iconic song of Vogue by Madonna was right on the nose, but it was perfect for it, if that made sense. So, anyways, I am looking forward to this in the spring whenever it comes out.
And the poster looks good. I don't want a poster. It's a very nice poster.
It's a very classic poster, but it's done tastefully well. Yeah.
I'm glad with it.
Who's your top, who's your bottom, and who is your lucky Pierre?
My bottom this week is that only 2 original song nominees will be performed live in the on the Oscars. Oh. That is the song that's been produced for Sinners, I Lied to You, and of course Golden K-Pop Demon Hunters. Everything else will be shown through behind the scenes clips and that sort of thing to show the progress, but there'll be only 2 actual live performances.
I feel like that means it's down to those 2 then.
Yeah, Diane Warren is not happy about it. I've not seen K-Pop Demon Hunters. I will probably watch it.
I was going to say, but animation's not really your thing.
No, I enjoyed a couple of them, but this one, I just think it's very disappointing because also Train Dreams, that's got a lovely song that's not going to be performed. Obviously, Diane Warren's not going to be. So, and that's actually about her documentary about her. And she's upset. So I get that. I think that's that. I think show all 5. It also breaks up the night a bit more.
Yeah.
My top is talking of awards. Steven Spielberg achieves EGOT status with his Grammy win for music by John Williams.
Yes. Congrats to that.
So this is obviously a big one because he's finally got his Grammy. It goes without saying that this man has many an Oscar. He won for Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan. He's won a couple for TV for an Emmy for the Emmys, but I'm going to point out he has won one for an outstanding animated program for Pinky and the Brain Christmas. Side note: if Pinky and the Brain are still threatening world domination, most people now are open to hearing where you're coming from on that one.
Yes, I'll even take Pinky's.
Quickly though, because we've got to move on very fast. Do you know what he won his Tony for?
I don't remember what the Tony was for.
A Strange Loop. He won that with Kate Capshaw, his wife, and a little-known person called Jennifer Hudson.
Oh, yeah.
Even though he's not listed individually on the website, he actually does have his one.
Wow.
My lucky Pierre of the week is they have named the cast of the British Saturday Night Live.
Yes, they have.
So this was announced a while back. Sky is showing it. It's going to be 6 episodes filmed in London, so it'll be live from London. It's Saturday night.
Interesting.
They have not. We have our own. We've had like the Fast Show. We've had a number of, obviously it goes without saying, sketch shows. This is our first time under the SNL brand. It's got sitcom actors, Taskmaster contestants, Edinburgh Fringe Festival winners, and some familiar panel show faces. Some people have said, don't recognise anyone. SNL turned around and said, that's the point.
Yeah, I was in the boat of like, I don't know any of these people.
The women look pretty. I look to the cast, look in their faces, they look good. A couple of cute guys in there. I am curious. So
yes, I have a question. So yes,
so I'm going to shoot this very quickly. I think that it should easily work in England. There is no reason why the format shouldn't work. Our British comedy is outstanding.
Yes.
It goes without saying.
I watch it religiously.
And I think that, I like SNL. The Hubs and I we do watch it every week. if anything, it's always good for a weekend update. It always has a couple of good sketches on there. We are the cast. Bowen Yang is slightly missed at the moment, but Ashley Padilla who's only still a featured artist, is fucking destroying it.
Good.
She's doing so well. She did you see a sketch this week? It was the mum that has something to announce, and she just kind of goes, "That's Ashley Padilla."
Ah, very nice.
And we are absolutely. She's really taken on the Heidi's role.
Got it.
But also the other thing that SNL is struggling with at the moment is its reliance on Trump. And I'm sorry, I love James Austin Johnson. He's a great performer. Every week, we kind of grow now when another Trump opening sketch.
Oh, great.
This week's one was about them mobilizing ICE, so he wasn't actually in it as Trump, and it was fucking hilarious. Scary, but hilarious.
Yeah.
But I think it should work. The only issue really, I mean, they might have to go after Farage. You have to find a hated figure that people want to mock, and that might help. I think it does help alert people to the politics. It might be a good thing. They're only going to do 6 episodes. That's a very common one for British seasons.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about it, Daniel?
So Ashley, I'm just going to lead with my question. So it airs Saturday night at midnight. What is the television scape in the UK at that time point? Like, would it make sense to have that Saturday night at midnight?
No. I mean, pubs close at 11, so it would possibly get a lot of drunk TV. We don't do late night like you guys do. Late night, the late night chat shows, like, they start like, we do have TV late, but we don't have like what they call appointment to view television that late. Yeah. However, they did make a lot of money back in the day with drunk programming. So,
but I mean, SNL started drunk
programming. Yeah, and SNL I think has benefited from the mass media culture that's going on, the social media of it all, and the next day rewatch. So I think that and it's on Sky. It's on a satellite channel. I think it's going to. I think it's popular now. I mean, SNL's been popular since Wayne's World and the Belushis and all that. I know there's one channel showing it over in England. Probably not until Sundays because of the time difference. Yeah. I'm very curious. I'm hoping it does really well, and I'm hoping it's going to have a guest host. It's going to have a musical act.
That would be nice to keep that
they
format.
Haven't announced the host yet. I think it has the potential to do really, really well. Okay. But it is that. But I'm excited, and I really hope with British politics going away it isn't at the moment. Sorry, I got a new cup.
Drink that water.
That it will actually maybe engage people in the political discussion. I don't think that's happening at the moment. I think we aren't as politically engaged as the United States is. We're not that mobilized. No. I'm excited. I will definitely be watching the first episode. I'm really hoping Peacock I'm imagining that Peacock will at least show
We'll probably pick it up.
They do it with the traitors. Let's see.
I mean, if they do pick it up, I might rejoin my subscription to be like, and see what's going on.
I'm excited. Yeah. What do you think is going to be culture next week?
Oh, what do I think is going to be culture next week? Well, I mean, I think we're still going to have Snowcrete everywhere here in DC. I think that's still going to be a talking point. I don't know, actually.
Well, considering we've already had JD Vance booed at the Olympics, I think we're going to see a lot of political discussion, both based on the Olympics. I feel that winter one is very more LGBT based.
The gays do like their figure skating.
But also we're going to have on a racial element, we're going to have the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, Super Bowl.
Bad Bunny. I think we're going to have a lot
why
of
did I block out Super Bowl?
Political discourse in the entertainment and sporting sphere.
Yeah, we'll see how it all shakes out, won't we?
Well, Daniel, I think I finished.
Let me get you a towel. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Max.
And thank you for being our third this week.
Cheers.
Cheers.
A big thank you to everyone for tuning in to Daniel Max's Cultural Threeway and for giving us a listen.
Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and review, and follow us on the socials.
You can find us under Bearded Bitch Pod or Bitches with Beards. Please remember that only a mother could love our views and opinions, and they reflect us and no one else.
We'll be here next week, unless we're cancelled.